what is actually in this envelope for sure and what we're going to report to the court. And Your Honor, I apologize. Actually, I forgot to introduce Corey Lorick, who's the state elections director, who is here with us in the courtroom today.
Morning.
And her declaration is actually one of the documents that's in the sealed envelope.
Okay.
So I don't want to say much more about the merits or lack thereof until the court's made a decision and how that affects what you may or may not do.
All right. Very good. Mr. Lasota, I'll give you the last word if you...
Thank you, Your Honor. There is an actual specific statutory right to an appeal in a election contest. Technically, you don't need one of those signed 54B or C orders. I think that the judge had worked very hard to get us where we were. I think that it was a fairly clear record. I just said I don't think you have to work over Christmas, and that was...
I'm not going to hold that against you.
Okay, Your Honor. This is the very last minute. I told Mr. Gaona in the hallway that I probably wouldn't be here, but for the reverse that, a 511 vote deficit has decreased apparently significantly. I guess we're going to find out soon. Mr. Gaona knows. But yes, these things are very last minute. So I think that those sort of arguments are not terribly persuasive, and
counts. That report is supported by a declaration from Ms. Lorick, attached to which is a summary report of the results statewide, and then for each county, a listing of the summary results. So there's an exhibit that's attached to that. We've also included a proposed order in that for the court's convenience.
Okay.
So I don't know if the court wants to, I'm happy to bring this up, to have the court open it and take a few minutes to make sure that everything's here. And obviously we have Ms. Lorick here in the courtroom to the extent the court has any questions.
I was going to ask you procedurally how you wanted to proceed, but that's what seems to make sense to me. Bring it to me. I'll look at it, and then we can talk about how you want the results announced. I assume you want the accompanying declaration and then the results filed in the records.
That's correct. That what is in the envelope are 2 copies of both the report and the declaration, which we did not file through Turbo Court before coming here today because we were awaiting the court's order. So whether the clerk can file it directly here or you'd prefer us to file them by Turbo Court after the court has entered its order, we're happy with whatever the court wants to do there.
We'll talk about that before we finish. So if you want to bring that up, that's great. Thank you, sir. I can't help but think of those of us that are old enough to remember Johnny Carson's Okay, then Mr. Gayonet, which I think I would envision just reading, where there, I don't know if I need to read the entire report. I think maybe starting in paragraph 2, reporting what the secretary certified in paragraph 2.
Yes, Your Honor, I think that's right. And then ultimately, we do need the signed order,
Yes.
certified copy of which needs to get to the secretary.
Yeah, we'll take care of that. I'll make sure we take care of that. So the court has been provided the Secretary of State's report of the recount results and the accompanying declaration of Corey Lorick. Both of those documents will be filed in the record. And the Secretary of State's report, the court will announce the result under ARS 16665. The recount results for the office of the Attorney General as follows. Kris Mayes, 1,254,809. Abraham Hamadeh, 1,254,529. I'll repeat that. Kris Mayes, 1,254,809. Abe Hamadeh, 1,254,529. The court announces the Secretary's certification of the recount for the office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction as follows. Tom Horn, 1,256,406. Kathy Hoffman, 1,247,218. I'll repeat that. Tom Horn, 1,256,406. Kathy Hoffman, 1,247,218. And the court announces that the Secretary has certified the recount for the results for the office of the State Representative of Legislative District 13 as follows. Jennifer Polk, 47,164. Liz Harris, 43,830. Julie Willoughby, 43,555. One more time on Legislative District 13. Jennifer Powlick, 47,164. Liz Harris, 43,830. Julie Willoughby, 43,555. So the order let me just take a quick look at it. I'm sure it's fine, but I'll read it and sign it, and then we can talk about procedurally how you probably want to handle it. So the court will enter the order, which will read as follows. A recount of the votes cast in the November 8th, 2022 general election for the offices of Attorney General, Superintendent of Public Instruction, and State Representative for Legislative District 13 having been conducted according to law, and the results having been reported as follows. Again, Kris Mayes, 1,254,809. Abe Hamadeh, 1,254,529. Superintendent, 1
court's order,
Okay.
right here courtroom. And then if the court is also able to file, the clerk's office rather, to file those documents that you have, we can do it that way, or I can have my assistant file them via turbo court, as soon as we're done.
We'll go ahead and file those in here. We'll have our clerk file them in. Okay, then let's get the certified, how many certified copies do you need?
Just one is fine, Your Honor.
Okay. Because the official certification, the last thing, that's something different, right?
Yeah,
So, and you guys take care of that?
correct.
Okay. Mr. Soto?
Your Honor, I would ask that you delay entry until the close of business to allow us to review potential legal options for.
Okay. I understand, but the request is denied. So, all right, we'll get your certified copies, and a certified copy, and then you can then have that delivered right here in court, and we should be done.
I think that's right, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, so. I appreciate it.